Okay, so once you've had a chance to wiggle around a little bit, find your mountain pose with the feet grounded. Okay, and we start with the feet connecting to the earth, lifting the toes, spreading them out, bringing them back down so the feet are nice and big, lining everything up, hips over ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, and we breathe. We're just going to smooth out our breath here. And then take a nice deep exhale. Feel your belly button press towards your spine. Exhale. And then a nice slow deep inhale. Feel that oxygen and energy coming into your body. And a nice deep exhale, pressing belly button to spine. And inhale again, sending that oxygen and energy all the way to the tips of your toes, the tips of your fingers, the crown of your head. Just feel your body fill up. And exhale. And just do that 2 more times. Just a simple, deep, deep breath like that. All right, let your breath return to normal. So the moon is still pretty full. It's starting to wane and lose some of its light, but it's still pretty full. So we're going to work a little bit on our balance right now. Okay, right away, throwing the body into a little bit of a balancing posture, working a little extra balance this evening. Okay, so from your grounded pose here, palms out, inhale the arms up. Touch your palms together, and as you exhale your hands to your heart, raise your right heel. And release, arms by your side. Inhale the arms up, touch your palms. Exhale, left heel. Inhale, up, double heel. Now, if your ankles feel wobbly here, then feel free to stay with alternating. Inhale, right heel. Maybe you feel like you can bring the knee up. Maybe just play with it. And release. Inhale. Exhale, left heel or knee. Take it down. Inhale, double heel or alternate heel or knee. Okay, you guys know this. So let's go ahead and continue. So you're either going right, left, double or right, left, right, left. Whether you do heel up or knee up is between you and your balance right now. So a nice bonus here is that the shoulders are getting lots of movement, opening up as we make these big circles, drawing lots of breath in. And whenever you finish your round, whether it's double heel or you've been going right, left, when you finish your round, come on back and shake it out. All right. So we've just given the body a little bit of a clue, a little bit of a balance challenge already starting like that. Yeah, we're going to shake it out. And we're going to continue to lift the heels. No, we're not. We're going to do cats and cows. Never mind. I was thinking of something completely different. Bend the knees and hips and move around a little bit. All right. So now we're going to move into our cats and cows with the arms long, really big, round forward. The knees and hips move too. Touch your fingertips, open up and back. And here we go. Cat, opening to cow. All right, so you know this move. Just go. Just feel how it feels in your body. What's opening, what's moving as we equalize the spine. And the next time you're rounded forward, fingertips touch, bring your palms to touch, and bring your hands to your heart as you straighten through the legs here. Ground through the feet, okay? Bring your arms up. Take your right wrist in your left hand. Keep your feet grounded. Keep your shoulders soft. We tilt to the left. And up, switch. Now your left wrist is in your right hand. Tilt to the right. And up and switch. Tilt left. And up and tilt right. And up. Opening the side body to the left. Now switch to the right. Okay, so we've warmed it up. So let's come over to the left now. Stay here. Inhale and deepen a bit. Use your left hand that's circling around your right wrist to encourage that tilt a little more. And come on up and switch sides. We tilt to the right. Release a little bit and encourage with the right hand that left side body opening, and bring it up and shake it out. Let's give those shoulders a rest. They've been up. We'll keep them down. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to take the feet mat width distance apart and just press left hand to the right, right hand to the left. Moving into some twisting action here. Really loosening up the spine. Now you can start taking your hands closer to the earth, as close as you want. So maybe you're still fairly high with your head higher than your hips and your heart, or maybe you're reaching a little deeper. Start to come back up to center, side to side, and then reach up and up. Reach, reach. So all the directions of the spine, we are taking it in the spinal warm-up. And 3, and 2. Good, and then bring it in. All right, so we're going to come back to mountain pose. And breathe and see how you feel. Can you feel the energy moving around? What do you feel in your body right now after that warm-up? Okay. All right, so as mentioned, we're going to be doing side plank. We'll start at the back of the mat here. Make sure always you have enough padding for your knees. Okay. All right, so come to the back of your mat. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale into your swan dive. This could be anywhere between high, low, or anywhere in between. Bend your knees and hips, put your hands on your thighs, shine your heart forward, half lift. Now sink down through the hips, bring your fingertips to the mat, and walk yourself forward to a plank. If you do knee down plank, do knee down plank. If you're doing plank at the wall, do plank at the wall or plank at a chair. And then take yourself to downward facing dog. Now bring your right knee down, spin your left foot to the mat, open your left arm. We're in knee down plank. Try and stack the shoulders here. So we're not like here. We're stacked shoulders, knee down plank. Bring your left hand down, return to downward facing dog. Bring your left knee down, spin the right foot down, right arm up, shoulders are stacked. Knee down, side plank here. Right hand down and come to downward facing dog. Now, if you think it would be interesting or fun or both, take your right leg up as you start to walk your hands back towards your feet. And then bring your right foot down whenever you're ready. Take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. Okay, so that leg lift at the end, totally optional. You can try it. You can bring your foot down at any time. Okay, ready on the left? Float the arms up, inhale. Well, actually, we did right and left. What we're doing is just continuing through. All right, float it down. Take a half lift, fingertips down, plank. Okay, so your knees could be up or down. Down dog here. Right knee down, side plank. Now you can stay here or extend your back leg. Left hand down, downward facing dog. Left knee down, open to the right, stay here, or extend your back leg. Bring the hand down, downward facing dog. And if you like, take your left leg up as you walk your hands back towards your feet. Left foot down, half lift, forward fold, float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center, and release. So if you're doing the knee down version of the plank, you can certainly continue with that. If you start knee down and then extend your leg, you can do that if that was successful for you. This time, we're going to add the option straight into the straight leg side plank. Okay? All right, here we go. Float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Fingertips down, plank. Down dog. Here's where you bring the knee down, but if you're not doing the knee down first, then come back to plank, spin open. Spin to the right, left arm up. Left hand down, downward facing dog, everybody. Okay, left knee down or back to plank, spin, open. Okay, you know the first two versions? Fine to do one of those. Bring it back to downward facing dog. Okay, we're not going to be going back to the back of the mat, so we're going to walk the dog a little bit here. Bend one knee and then the other. Come back to center. Bring both feet down. Sit off to the side and take your legs straight and shake it out. All right. Did all that make sense with the plank? Fine time to ask now, but raise your hand. Okay, I see you good. Okay, good. Shake it out. That wasn't new, right? All right, here we go. So we're going to come into a seated mountain pose with a nice long spine. And just take a couple of breaths, feeling grounded. Now, where are we grounding? Speaking of balance, when we're sitting, we're grounding on the sit bones. So let's make sure those feel nice and equal, even on the mat. And then just go ahead and release, shake everything out. So planks are actually, strongly involving the core. And now we're going to move into another core move. But we're going to do dead bug because the planks energized our core a lot. So we'll do dead bug to continue with the core work, but not overly stressed out. And if you're sitting, you do dead bug, raise a knee, raise an arm. Okay, so let's take it down. All right, in this class, We don't really need to review the 2 feet down version of dead bug, although that's always available to you. So let's go ahead and take the right knee to tabletop. Arms are by your side. Extend your right leg forward, left arm back. Your right heel is 2 inches off the mat. Your back of your left hand is a couple of inches off the mat too. And bring it back in, knee to tabletop. Okay? If you put your foot down, let's extend that right leg again. If you put your foot all the way down, you know that your core is going to not work as hard. So that's why we keep the heel lifted. And bring that right knee in, foot down, left knee up. Extend left leg, right arm. And take it down, left leg, right arm. And bring it back in. All right, now we're going 2 knees up. Okay. All right, so we're going to do the 2 knee up version and alternate right, left, right, left. Here we go. Right leg, left arm. And in, left leg, right arm. And in, right leg, left arm. And in, left leg, right arm. And in, right and left. In, left and right. In. Now take it right and left. Stay here. And if you're okay with this, take your right leg up. Now flex your foot, bring it back down. Point the toes up, flex down, point up, flex down. And one last time, point up, flex down, right knee in, left hand down by your side. Left leg extends, right arm back. You could stay here or point your toes, point up, flex down, left leg, point up, flex down, point up, flex down, one more, point up, flex down, take it back up, bring it in, hug your knees in, and rock side to side. All right, inhale and exhale. Bring your feet down and butterfly your knees a little. Open and closed here. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to work on the obliques with that now, right? We're going to start with 2 knees up. If the 2 knees up doesn't work for you, bring your feet down, okay? All right, arms up, touch your palms together. Now take your hands over to the right and extend your left leg. Come back to center. Roll up, hands left, extend the right leg. And come back to center. Okay, so we're going to now go right and then left without coming down. Let's give it a shot. So roll up, hands right, left leg extends, switch. Left leg right, hands left, right leg extends, and switch without coming down. Anytime you feel like you really want to come down for a second, go ahead. Switch and switch. Oh my goodness, switch and switch. Whose idea was this anyway? Switch and switch. One more, right, finish, left, and bring it in. All right, let's rock side to side. Bring your feet down and open and close those knees. Inhale and exhale. All right. So if you've been eating leftovers from Thanksgiving, that should have taken care of some of that, right? Some of that extra pie, whatever you had hanging around, the stuffing. All right, so let's take a few breaths here. Extend the arms and legs long. Inhale. And exhale, draw just your right knee in. Leave your left leg as extended as possible. It might want to bend, that's okay. Extend the right leg, arms overhead. Draw your left knee in. Okay, so we're starting to work the hips here. Extend both knees in. Give yourself a little hug. Bring your feet to the mat. Now take your right ankle across your left thigh. We're going into a nice pigeon here. Right ankle across the left thigh. Draw your legs in towards you and put both hands on your right shin. It's a moving pigeon, so take your legs side to side. Feel that right hip. And then take your legs forward and back. And then circle around. Notice while you do this, you're also getting a nice little massage for your spine. Circle one direction, pause, and circle the other direction. And then come back to center, maintaining this pigeon position here. Take your left leg up and point and flex very mindfully your left foot. And then circle and circle the other direction. And now we're going to cross at the thighs, so a cow's face legs here. The right leg is closest to you. And if you find your ankles, you can hold on to them. You can hold on to different part of your legs and just go ahead and rock around. So some people have a harder time crossing at the thighs. That's fine. You can also cross at the ankles. We just want to get as much release in that right hip as we can. Circle the other direction. And release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat. Never hurts to butterfly those knees a little bit. Coming back into pigeon, left ankle across the right thigh. We keep that left foot flexed, draw the legs in, hold on to the left shin, and move the legs side to side. And forward and back. And then make some circles. And pause and circle the other way. And coming back to center, take your right leg up, point and flex the foot. Circle the ankle one direction and the other. And then cross tightly at the thighs or some other cross-legged position that works for you. Hold on and move your legs around. So we're really opening up that left hip here. All right, release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat, little butterfly here. Inhale and exhale, and come to hands and knees. All right, so from here, we're going to be doing push-ups from a knee down or knee up plank. So come into your plank, okay? Push up, hips toward heels. You can be doing wall push-ups. You can be doing air push-ups. You can be doing chair push-ups, okay? Knees up or down. If you're on the mat, push up. Hips toward heels. And eventually find your way to child's pose. With nice support for your head, right? The head is never dangling. The forehead is attached either to your mat, your hands resting on your fists. And from this position, just imagine the brightness and illumination of the moon and visualize it illuminating your thoughts, your desires. And mindfully start to make your way to down dog, noticing your balance as you go. When are you in balance? When are you kind of not so balanced? Find your way to down dog. And then start to walk your feet to your hands, taking them a little wider as you go until they wind up mat width distance apart. You bring your forearms to your thighs, take your hands to your heart, press your palms together, press through the feet. Inhale, fingertips up toward the sky. And as you exhale, come into mountain pose. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, let's shake things out. All right, so I know you've done a million sun salutations. So tonight we're just going to do a very simple sun salutation, and then you're just going to move through your own sun salutation on your by yourself for a couple of minutes. Okay, so we'll start out together, and then you'll be on your own. It's great to just have your body accustomed to moving through sun salutation because it's a good thing to have in your arsenal in case like you're ever, I want to do a little yoga, but I can't figure out what to do. Here's what you do. You come to mountain pose at the top of your mat. Float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. And guess what? Your body's going to know what to do next. It half lifts. The fingertips come down. The right leg goes back for a lunge. And then you plank. You might throw some other stuff in between there, but you know, the traditional version is just a plank here. And then chaturanga down and come into a back bend. Often it's a cobra. Sometimes it's something else. Release and find your way to downward facing dog. And then you spend a few breaths in your down dog, feeling lengthening of the spine, maybe some lengthening in the back of the legs as well, but specifically the spine, feeling even. And then you start a journey, moving your feet to your hands. Sometimes that's a hop, sometimes it's a bunch of steps, sometimes it's a big step, half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. Hands come through heart center and just keep going. Just trust your body. And just keep moving. I'm going to give you a little bit of time here. I'll tell you when to start wrapping up. In the meantime, just move. This is a chair version of the sun salutation. All right. So don't rush yourself through, but go ahead and whatever round you're on, finish it up. Take your time. There's no rush here. If you just started a new sun salutation, feel free to continue it. No rush. And whenever you are done, you'll find yourself at the top of your mat in mountain pose. And you can just take a moment here to just enjoy the sensation of having been through that just in your own little world, right? At your own pace. And knowing that you are fully and completely capable of running your own little yoga practice whenever and wherever you want. Doesn't that feel great? I know. Inhale and exhale and shake it out. It feels great to be together, but it also is nice to know that, you don't have to be in a specific spot at a specific time to do some yoga, right? Okay, so let's go back to our little balancing situation that we were working on at the beginning of class, right? So it was reminiscent of the sun and moon. Let's go into sun and moon here. And we'll play with it a little bit depending on how your balance feels tonight, okay? So we come hip width distance apart, big through the feet, everything lined up. Find a drishti, right? A steady spot to gaze at. Now let's inhale through the nose and take a nice deep exhale. Just letting go. All right. And hands to hips. Now, you all know sun and moon. If you want to float right into it, right knee, left arm, you can do that. Otherwise, take it in stages with me. Hands to hips, right heel up, right knee up, left arm up, right fingertips point down, and see where your balance lands right now. Sun and moon. And release. All right, this time we're going left leg, right arm. Either float right into it or start with your hands at your hips, left knee, right arm up, left fingertips down. And release. And just observe if one side of your body is working a little differently than the other side. Just observe that, right? And work with what is available to you. Okay, we're coming back into sun and moon, right knee, left arm. And release. And sun and moon, left knee, right arm. And release. Okay, so we're going to be moving the sun and moon now. You know how your body is balancing on each side. So do what is most appropriate for you to do. So let's take sun and moon on the right knee, left arm, up we go. Now the right arm comes up. Take your arms out to the side as you extend your right leg. Bend your right knee as you bring both arms back up. Try that one more time. Extend the right leg. Bring it up. Now we're going back into sun and moon. So the left arm stays up. Right arm comes down and release. Shake it out. I had to start on my tricky side. Now that's the more challenging side for me. Okay, so here we go. Sun and moon, left knee, right arm. Bring your left arm up. Okay, you can stop at any point along the way. Arms out, left leg extends. Bend the knee, arms up. Extend and bend. We'll do that one more time. Extend and bend. Now coming back into sun and moon. Take your left fingertips down, right arm up, release and shake it out. All right, we're going to go one more time through. This time, hands by your side. And as you lift your right knee, take both arms straight up. Woo! All right, here we go. We're going to twist open toward the right knee. Come center. Twist open again toward the right knee. Come center and release. Woo, trying to get a little challenge in there for you guys. All right, here we go. We're going straight up, 2 arms, left knee. Inhale, twist to the left, exhale. Come back to center, inhale, twist open left. Come back to center and release. Oh, shake it out. All right, so fun with sun and moon. Let's have a little fun with 5-pointed star to moonflower and sunflower. So we were going to want the feet wider than mat width distance. So you can either scoot your mat around or just turn to the side, turn your toes out. The feet are pretty wide here, okay? And grounding through the feet as you bend the knees go straight over the toes. That's because your feet are grounded. The knees will go straight over the toes when your feet are grounded, okay? All right, coming into 5-pointed star and moonflower. Take it up. Moonflower. 5-pointed star. Moonflower. 5-pointed star. We're going to go moonflower here and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now what up into 5-pointed star and right back down to the deepest moonflower of the night for you. And 5-pointed star, inhale. Sunflower, knees out. Fold, right arm goes in front of left and come up. And left arm in front of right. Sunflower and up. Right arm in front, sunflower. And up, those knees are bending and they're going over the toes. Left arm in front and up. Right arm and up. Left arm and up. We're going to go down now. Hold opposite hand to opposite elbow and ragdoll around. Just move around. Let your head nod yes and no. Come back to center. Now, as you straighten your legs, see if you can drop your forearms a little closer to the earth. Release your hands, bring them to your hips. Come halfway up with a straight spine. Take a breath here, and then press through the feet. Back up to standing. Inhale and exhale. And start to bring your legs closer together as you shake things out. Inhale and exhale. All right. How are you guys doing? Feeling all right? Okay, so we're going to just locate our hip elevation device, whether it's a block or a pillow or a folded up towel, whatever you're using. Bring that into close to your mat, and then just scan your body from head to toe. Move around, feel what your body needs to be ready before we start to come down to the earth. Yeah, there's always something, right? And it's different for each person, for at each practice. So do your thing. Woo. And when you feel like you've kind of covered all the ground here, or most of it, If you want to have something to cover up with, if your space gets cold as you start moving less, if you start to feel a little cooler, you can have something to cover up with, or even put something on right now. Maybe grab a blanket, whatever you want, so that you will be comfortable when we get to final relaxation. And then come to the top of your mat, find mountain pose. Feel grounded. Feel your breath moving through. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Bring your fingertips down and either go through a vinyasa or step back to downward facing dog. Okay. And if you're in down dog, bring your legs to touch and take your knees to one side, hips to the other, moving side to side. And come back to center. Come to seated mountain. If you're still moving through a vinyasa, just join us when you're done. Don't rush. Okay, so we're coming into seated mountain pose here. Remember that balance in our seated postures comes from having the sit bones even. So take a moment to do that with a long spine. Take a few deep breaths here. And shake things out. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to move into a couple of forward folds here, and with cobbler's pose as well. So everybody has something to put under your hips, right? Yeah? Okay, why don't we try sitting on it for the forward folding. So a little lifting of the hips here. You could be sitting on your block or a blanket. Take your legs straight. Inhale your arms up and fold forward from your hip creases, reaching forward with your arms. Good. And just let your hands land on your legs wherever they go and gaze past your toes. Okay, your toes might be pointed here. That might be more comfortable because the hips are lifted. Just keep your spine long. So if you're in a chair, you can be sitting with your legs extended and fold forward like this. And then extend your arms, reach up, inhale, and exhale. All right, we're going to shake the legs out and do that one more time. Arms up, inhale, fold from the hips, reach, reach, reach. See where you go. Keep your gaze past your toes. You might point your toes. You might try flexing your feet this time. And extend the arms, bring it up, inhale, exhale, down. All right, let's come off whatever you're sitting on, put it off to the side, and shake the legs out. Bring the soles of your feet together for Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. We don't want the knees way up, so we want the knees to be fairly close to the mat. Take your heels close to your pelvis if you can do that with your knees still close to the mat, or take them farther away. Okay, so find your heel position here. Inhale, put your hands on your shins here, and exhale, long spine, fold forward. Keep your spine long. And sit up. Put one hand under each knee and help your knees up. Extend your legs long and give them a little crazy shake here. Inhale and exhale. All right, have your hip elevation device nearby We're rolling down to the earth here. Inhale and exhale. So we're going to take the block under the hips for a supported bridge and hang out here. Now you might have more space, and so you also might have a blanket, right, or towel underneath. If you have a block, you might come up a little higher if that's you. You might stay right where you are, and that's great too. We're just in a supported back bend here. And then if you have moved your block to its second edge, move it back to its first edge. We're still resting in this supported back bend. And then we're going to lift the hips and slide whatever's underneath them out. Put that off to the side and let the spine rest on the mat. Okay, with your knees bent, take your right leg straight up and just point and flex your foot and circle the ankle. Circle it the other direction. Now bring your knee in, right knee clasped behind the right leg, and we're going to straighten the leg and bend it back. Straighten and bend. That's what we're doing. We're straightening and bending, straightening and bending. Now we're going to straighten it, however amount it goes, whatever amount it goes. Press your leg into your hands and release a bit, but keep that clasp. Press your leg into your hands and release the right foot back down to the earth. So a little spinal clearing there. Let's go ahead and bend the left knee in, clasp around. And here we're working the hamstring as we bend and straighten. Okay, so we're lengthening and strengthening the hamstring as we bend and straighten. Now we leave the left leg straight, press into the hands to clear the spine, and just release that tension. And then press back into the hands and release that tension. Bring your left foot down, and we're going to keep the right foot down, take the left leg straight up, and work that ankle, point and flex. And circle one direction and the other. All right, so go ahead and bring that foot down, and we're going to gently butterfly the knees, open and close, and come into your Supta Baddha Konasana, so reclined cobbler's pose. So your knees might be up more, or you might be more open. We've been working those inner thigh muscles, and we did the seated Baddha Konasana. So just take this where it is and put one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. If this bothers your back, just bend your knees and stay here with your knees bent. Otherwise, come into a little bit of Supta Baddha Konasana. And see if you can observe your breath as it comes in through the nose, goes past the heart, into the belly. And then as you exhale, belly button heads toward the spine, the breath goes up past the heart and out the nose. And inhale again, following the breath. Exhale again, following the breath. One last time, inhale. Exhale. Now take your hands to your thighs and help your legs back up if you've been in Supta. Okay, Supta Baddha Konasana. And just relax here with your spine in neutral and your knees bent. All right, we're going to take the feet mat width distance apart, arms out from the shoulders, and move into windshield wipers, side to side, knees to one side, head to the other. So now we're really getting the front hip flexor. Take your knees to one side and just hang here for a moment and notice that front hip flexor on your leg. And then go to the other side and notice the other front hip flexor. And come back to center. Okay, leaving your arms long, bring your feet back to hip width distance apart. Extend through the fingers and wiggle. Extend and wiggle. We're just leaving the spine in neutral right now. Extend and wiggle. Rotate the wrists. One direction and the other. All right, let's extend everything long, arms and legs long. Inhale. Exhale, the knees in. Hold on to your shins. Really bundle up, roll into a nice Apanasana here. Wind removing pose. Okay, now extend the arms and legs again. Inhale. Exhale, this time when you draw your knees in, put your hands under your knees on your thighs. Let the knees move away from you and rock side to side. And finishing this up with a happy baby. Extend arms and legs. Exhale, draw in. Find your feet if you do feet for happy baby, or you might just find your thighs, and that's great too. Happy baby. And go ahead and give your spine a massage here. And come back to center, release, unwind, bring your feet down. Okay, you might take a moment to butterfly. And then go ahead and scan your body from head to toe. See if any final movements or realignments are being called for. Cover yourself up if that's something you were planning to do. And start to find your final relaxation position for this practice. Take a nice inhale, deep inhale. Nice slow exhale, release. Release yourself onto the support of the earth and just let go. Let go of all doing and just be in your final relaxation. Begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, stretch long. As you exhale, draw your knees in. Find your way over to a side. And coming back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.